don't know how
hold
to
up.
do something.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let me get
Stay right.
Alyssa. Let me
We
get
got a new
Alyssa,
person.
man. My bad. What up, Alyssa?
What's up, dude?
Never know how y'all gonna sound. Did you hit the follow button?
No.
Oh, hit the follow button. Knock on that door for me. Let me hit a knock. I'll get you right.
You want me to do it right now?
For sure.
Okay.
So appreciate it. Don't take it back. Now don't get mad at Noop or me and then take it back. Now we cool. We family now. We gonna
Yeah,
argue a
my
little
hands
bit,
are
but
Then you
we
up.
better
cool.
follow us back too
Alright.
now.
My hands are up.
Y'all want some follow back? Just tell me that. Tell me that. Say that. I got
I
you.
ain't following shit. No, I'm just messing.
But what's up though, Alyssa? So the original topic was, should women date men that make
No.
less than them? No, okay, I feel you on that. So get in where you fit in. What made you want to come up? What you wanted to tell us?
Well, I kind of heard the conversation that was going on and I kind of wanted to jump in. But to the question initially, this is part of the reason why women are abstaining from dating and marriage to begin with anyway. Most people, when they get in a relationship with somebody, want to be equally yoked with their partner, right? So now we're seeing like a huge divide between men and women. Women are more educated than men. They're more likely to have high school diplomas and seek out like secondary like education, like college and like like master's degrees,
Yeah.
doctorates, and stuff. We look at like spending power. Women have more spending power than men do. Women are outpacing men in the workforce, right? And it really comes down to a question of like women having autonomy today and men not understanding their new roles in society. See, part of the problem is
Shit.
that men have because like patriarchy, men have entitlement, right? For a while it was enough to just exist as a man and then have like a wife and children and like the white picket fence life. That's not doable anymore. Women have standards because women no longer have to rely on men who have social standing or independence. Remember, women couldn't have bank accounts. We couldn't have jobs, right? Our livelihood was dependent upon our ability to have and keep a man. That's not the case today, right? And men haven't caught up with that. When we look at like the breakdown of domestic labor in the home, when both partners are working the same amount of hours, men have significantly more leisure time than their wives do because of that expectation that she has to pick up the domestic labor, and women are simply tired. So I mean, if the question itself is just like, should a woman date a man that like makes less than her, that's up to her. But most women would prefer a man to be equally yoked to her, and unfortunately women are just outpacing men, so women would rather just be single and they're happier for it. It's the men that are regressing and fighting to take away women's rights as a result, and all of the other crazy stuff like the male
Oh
loneliness
shit.
epidemic, the femicide crisis, everything. So,
Damn.
yeah.
Dang.
Well, that
Okay.
part
Before
because
we get on your ass, what was the lady name that was just up there that had the nails? I dropped you because you was consuming substances. I gotta make a guideline on prompt. Like we can't smoke, we can't drink like out of wine bottles because it'll hit me with a consumer flag, like consuming substances flag. That's why I dropped you. But I'm gonna bring you back up. I wasn't trying to like do nothing shady, and then I don't want you to think that. But like when you if you gonna drink, just like get off camera real quick, cause I be drinking too. I got a coffee cup. But
can I respond to Alyssa what she stated real quick, please?
Alyssa
I don't agree
dropped
with shit.
some
I
knowledge
don't agree
though.
with.
She dropped some knowledge though. It sound good
No,
I
she
don't
and it
agree
did
with
not.
sound
shit.
She
well
did
thought
not.
out.
She
I don't
dropped
agree with
everything she
shit she
dropped
just
was
said.
false. She have to Because back that
First
up
of
with.
all, most women
Hold on,
are
Kat.
most
Hold on. Hold on, Kat. Hold on. With this, the ideology that she stated, she have to backtrack that with history. That wasn't in our community at first. That's called the
This is somebody
Oh shit.
called you or something.
that was called the equal effect. That's equal effects in 1974 with this lady called Bella Frost. So y'all can look it up. This was in the white tea community because women in their community didn't have rights to govern themselves when it came to their contribution in their community. They brought that and created that. That's how the feminist movement came about as well. We had the rights. We was actually royalty over here in America before colonization started. So the statement that she stated is correctly to modern day time, but she got to get the foundational reason why women didn't have that. The women that she speak about was white tea women. Black women had rights. So you got to look into the law. Yes, baby, because I study law. I'm in law school right now. Women had rights. You can look it up. When their rights came back, I'm gonna give
Dang,
you the land and you
Olivia,
can
we
look it
lost
up.
Olivia.
Wait, hold on. No,
Dang,
no, no.
Olivia.
No. The idea that like we're like that specific, like what I'm talking about is referencing white women. Sure, you could use that argument, but the takeaway isn't that black women had rights. They were being forced to do unpaid domestic labor. That's exploitation. Exploitation isn't a right. So I don't know why you would be making that argument. But the point that
No,
I'm
you
making
made a
overall
statement. You made a
still
statement to the
stands.
background list. You had said to Miss
Yeah,
Crump.
women have autonomy today. Men don't like that women have autonomy today because they have to try a little bit harder than they had
No,
to
I'm not talking
50
about that.
years
I
ago,
understand. I
and they
understand, but
don't
I'm
like
not talking
it.
about that list. I'm talking about the
They
statement
say
when he
they
first
said
asked
what
you
law
about.
school you in, Soft Light. They said what law. They
You can
trying to
study it.
they
I'm I'm
trying to
I'm
play
I'm
with you.
studying law with self. I don't really actually participate in a white man's system. I actually just read books because I like to study. I like philosophy. I like history. So I'm not actually
Okay,
in someone's facility. I just like reading and knowing
okay,
information.
okay.
Um,
I'm
but
not
but
doing that for you. I'm doing that because they said get back to the subject.
I
So
am getting
what's
back to
up?
the subject. But when
No,
she, oh, I'm sorry.
no, oh, my bad. Mrs. Olivia. Am I saying that right? Mrs. Olivia. What's up?
Yeah, you said that right. Sorry, I dropped the first time because it was getting a little bit combative and I didn't want to be a part of that when I came up
You
here.
scared of
But
the smoke? You
it's
scared of the
no,
smoke?
absolutely not. I just didn't agree with what Alyssa was saying. I
Oh,
feel
dang, Alyssa, they on your neck, Alyssa.
no,
I can
it's only
justify my
because
position, so it's okay.
that's okay.
You
I
really
mean,
can't, because a
to
lot of that
each
shit
his
didn't make
to
a
each
But
damn
his
let
own. To
Olivia
sense.
each
talk.
his
Let Olivia
own.
talk. What you finna say, Olivia?
I just feel like men have not changed over time and they're not going to, essentially in their nature, is what I'm saying. She's saying that men have not adapted to their new roles. And I'm like, they've been the same since the beginning of time, pretty much in their nature of wanting to, lead. I just feel like women don't want to be led anymore. You can't expect to have a husband if you don't want to get in line with actually following a man's lead. I get the autonomy. I have a bachelor's degree. I'm working on my master's. So all I'm saying is I'm an educated woman. My husband has his master's and he leads our household. Period, point blank.
I
That's
think
just
that's
my
great, but
perspective on
but
it.
even with what you said, again, you proved my point. You are a college educated woman, you're in school getting your masters, and so is your husband. You guys are equally yoked. You probably wouldn't have picked him if he didn't have a college education. That's precisely what I'm saying, right? When we look at men, and I again, this is going to boil down into one of two things, either an argument of like biological inheritance or a social argument. Unless you're going to show me which specific gene that males have that make them inherent leaders, I would love to see it. That's not true. Again, that's an idea that was illustrated through patriarchy. If this was an idea that was natural, it wouldn't require violence to uphold, right? If this was natural, you wouldn't see women rejecting these things in droves, like when we see the declining birth rate. That's literally getting lower by the day because women are choosing not to engage with men. There's a reason for this. When we talk about men's inability to adapt, it goes back to the very first thing I said. Men are no longer entitled to women, and they have a problem with that. Instead of changing the behaviors and changing, like when we talk about like domestic breakdown of labor in the home, that's something that seems very reasonable, right? If you both are working and bringing home money, you both should be contributing domestically and towards childcare. That's not the case. Women would rather just do it on their own. And when we look at empirical data, women are happier and safer being single. It's
Is
the
that
men
true,
that have an
Alyssa?
How
issue
are
with
they
it.
safer? Wait,
Hey,
wait, wait, wait,
Alyssa,
wait.
Alyssa,
the
How are
stats
they
show
safer?
the
How are
Alyssa.
stats
they
show
safer is what I
that
want to know.
Hey, my G,
Well,
can I
well,
ask you?
yes.
Can I ask you a question?
The number one unaliver of women is men. There is a
that's
femicide
false.
What?
crisis. I
That's
don't say
false.
that lightly.
False.
When
That's false.
the
What?
number one
State
unaliver
Where
of
you
your
get
women
that
source.
is
That's
from?
men.
not true at all.
Where are
That's
you
false
getting your
Listen,
at all.
statistics from?
Alyssa.
Where are
Yeah,
Hey,
you
where's
getting
your
listen.
your
statistics?
statistics
Hold
Let's
on,
from?
get
hold
your
on, hold
stats.
on,
Hold on,
ladies.
one at a
Hold on,
time. One
listen.
at another time. Let
Listen,
Noob
let
go.
me.
Let Noob go.
Can I ask you?
I
Can I
mean,
ask you a
can I
question?
just cite my source? Can I
Can I?
cite my
Can I?
sources
Can
real
I?
quick?
Can
Please
I ask you a
do.
Hey,
question?
And I
Can I
have
we
ask you a
sources
they
question?
Yeah,
too
they
as
hold on,
probably
well.
Shimmy.
don't.
I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna
They
answer your
probably
question,
don't
but
read
the
sources.
studies that the studies that I'm specifically referencing, which I would be more than happy to pull up
Put
for
it
you
in the
here, are
chat.
coming from Pew Research, yeah, sure, Pew Research, the NIH, and the RAIN.org. Which, if you don't know what RAIN is, it's an organization that deals specifically with sexual violence and domestic violence. So the data that we have, right, when we look at the perpetrators of violent crimes, overwhelmingly they are men. Even in cases against other men, we can look at
That
things
Do
like
ain't
you
But
that.
rape,
are they
do
armed
you got
convicted or
burglary.
are
something
they
that
Hold on,
arrested?
but the
you
point
got something
again,
against
what I'm
man?
saying is that. Well, but the point of what I'm saying, like, the number one unalivers of women are men. The number one leading cause of death for pregnant women in the United States is homicide at the hands of their partners.
Alyssa, but
This
are
is
they
a very
convicted?
will.
Are
You
they
said what?
convicted? Are these men convicted or are they just arrested? Because let's not get the two you know what
Right,
I mean.
right,
So are they
right.
convicted or are they just arrested?
Dang.
Because
Oh,
when you
so
say
can I
that
also
no,
mention
let's
that?
just answer that. Are they convicted?
Well, I'm
Are they
trying to
convicted?
answer. Well, can I
Yes
answer
or
the
no?
question?
Because you read
Well,
the
it's
state, you read the source already. So does the stats show? Because I'm going to read my stats too. They're not. Are they convicted? Yes or no?
well, I
Yes,
would
We
they
like
got
are.
a
to
Can
finish
they
my.
be
scholarly battle
arrested?
Well,
going
can
on.
I mean, why would you ask me a question and then cut me off so I can't answer? I would
Because
love
you're
to
not
answer.
answering me
Mm.
direct. Let's do a debate.
Well, excuse me.
We're going
Well,
to
that's
Yeah,
what
let her
debate.
I'm
answer
trying
then,
to
Cat. Let her
do.
answer, Cat. Let her
Yeah.
answer, Cat.
Again, I understand you want me to answer a particular way. That's the problem with black and white thinking. Some things are simply more nuanced than that. So in the case of this question, right, like, for example, if we're talking about like sexual violence, we know we live in a justice system in which the overwhelming, like over 90% of perpetrators walk free. The likelihood that a victim is going to get justice for being assaulted is very slim. Just look at the president, who was literally found civilly liable of SAing a woman, and half the country called her a liar. When we talk about like things like this, it's important to note that the system does not exist to help women. If it did, we would see a lot more perpetrators getting punished for committing violence against women, and that's simply not the case, right? So a lot of these men may not be getting convicted, but that doesn't mean anything to me, because they,
So you
like,
are
when
you
we
a
look at
feminist?
case,
Are you a
absolutely,
feminist?
I wouldn't be here without feminism. I
I
wouldn't be here
told you
talking
guys
to
that.
you
Can I
without
say something real
feminism.
quick? Can I say something
Are
real
you like
quick?
an
This
extreme feminist? Or like you feel like you
no
What is
no.
an
balanced?
She's
extreme
correct.
feminist?
Can
She's
What
I
is an
say
correct,
Cause
extreme
bro.
I
feminist?
feel like
She's correct.
feminists don't like men. Like y'all be
They
on
do
some.
not. They do not. That's why I
Y'all
say
want me to cut my thing
Hey,
off or something.
hey, can I tell you something? I have a
Yeah.
boyfriend. I don't hate
Is
men.
he
What I
is
want
he
is for
He white
feminine?
men.
ain't
What
Is he feminine?
is
he
he
white ain't
feminine? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Like is he
No, no, no.
like
So she's correct because a woman is on a every
oh I'm
10
finna get
minutes,
to you,
and
bro.
it's usually
Hold up,
someone
bro.
close to them.
Hold up, bro. I'm finna get to you. When I say that, because like, does he have to self hate? Do he have to hate himself to be with you?
He doesn't hate himself. He simply respects women. See,
But
this
I
is the
can
problem. A
respect.
lot of
But I'm
people.
saying,
Hold on, sir.
let
If
me
I
talk. Let
could,
me
right? A
talk. Let me
lot of
talk.
people.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. I got you because you've been talking a lot, and I'm not like 100% against what you're saying. But when I talk to feminists, it's like y'all got this hidden hatred towards men. It's
Feminism.
like y'all blame
Sorry.
us for everything. Like it's kind of
Okay,
wild.
hold on, sir. So again, it seems that, and this isn't just you, a lot of people have a misconception of what feminism actually is because of anti-feminist propaganda that has been spewed by alt-right extremists for the past decade, right? When we look at feminism, literally just the idea that women and men should have equal standing and equal rights in society. When
You
we
can't be
hold on,
me though. A woman can never do everything a man can do. That's just not physically
that's not
possible.
facts though.
It's not physically
okay, hold
possible.
on. That's not okay. Hold on. That's not what I said. What that doesn't matter anyway, right? The point is equal social standing, access to like political freedom and
So
liberation through the
you don't think
Constitution, right?
you don't
So,
think
like,
women got more social standing than men?
so when we're talking about today, there is a war that is being fought on women's rights. So I mentioned the president, I'm going to mention him again, and some of the
Mm-hmm.
legislation that's been being passed and how it's negatively affecting women. So there's a lot of angles we can take, but the biggest one I want to do is like the Save America
You sitting
Act.
there
If anybody
talking in
knows
the
what the Save
mic.
America Act,
Fuck you,
it's
Jameer.
it's a legislation that is proposed as like protecting voter integrity, right? I'm trying to stop undocumented migrants from voting by making it harder to register to vote. They refuse to modify a woman's right to vote, because essentially what this bill would do is, if your last name does not match the last name on your birth certificate, you cannot register to vote. That is going to disenfranchise, I mean, not just rural Americans, but women, specifically women that are married. When we have people like Steve Bannon, who used to be an advisor to Donald Trump, or people like Pete Hegseth that say things like there should be one vote per family, and then they pass legislation like this that is going to affect women's rights to vote, and then refuse to codify a woman's right to vote in the midst of it, right? It's very clear. Hold on, it's very clear that they are using
a lot,
it's
and a lot
very
of stuff
clear
that
that they are
saying is
using this to
talking about lie,
disenfranchise
bro.
women
saying a lot of
voters,
nonsense.
right?
Rambling.
It's
Yeah, I
not
don't think-
nonsense because
I
you
don't think nobody's
disagree.
trying to
Unlike you,
disenfranchise
I
women.
actually, hold on, can I say, unlike you, I actually work in law. I'm not a lawyer, I'm a paralegal.
God.
I studied political science.
Alisa,
Right?
Okay, so you've been
I did what
rambling
I
for
was
a
supposed
long
to do.
time, and other people have been
Alisa.
trying to say
Gotta
stuff,
do.
but you've been
What-
rambling about
He
nonsense.
listening to
Hey,
argue.
first
No,
of
I'm
all,
not
so
listening to argue.
Your
It just
rights,
sound
your
like.
rights came from men,
Miss,
right?
Oh,
So
hold on,
if
hold
men
on.
decided not to give
Why
you
he
rights,
like
you
that?
would
Did you hit
have
the
the
follow
rights.
button? You hit the follow button, broski? All right, I don't know if that's a woman on me.
Well,
You hit
can
the follow
we?
button?
So, Alisa, a lot of the stuff he's just saying is okay.
Nah, we got to get on this follow button real quick. Did you hit the follow button? Why? Why he like that?
Yeah. I'm yeah. Oh, here we
Appreciate
go.
it.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
hey,
I'm just
Appreciate
now learning the TikTok. I only been here 3 days. 3 days. 3
can
days
I
in.
can I
Gotcha.
slide in? Can I slide in right quick and
Shimmy,
just say something?
Shimmy, stop asking her questions because it's changing the topic.
No, I'm not finna ask her a question.
No,
I'm just
it's
trying.
expanding what you
No,
guys are
it's
already
changing
talking
the.
about.
No, it's
You
not.
literally would
Can
rather
I?
talk
Can I?
about
Can
women
I
and
speak?
body counts
speaking
and
a
this,
lot of
that, and the
nonsense.
third. It's
She got substance. She talking about substance. She got
Yo,
substance.
No, who said
I'm
that?
saying this. Listen,
What's
Who
up?
said that
listen.
nobody wasn't talking about
Hold on.
substance? We just
Oh,
that
thank
just
you,
wasn't what we
Millie.
were talking about.
Hey, listen. I wholeheartedly. I get where you coming from, Miss Alyssa. I do, and you're
I
right
don't.
about you're right about the domestic violence against black women and how the race are is actually 3 times what white women are. I get that, but I think you're taking the government's actual move on black people and just associate in general and associating women into that mix and
Yeah.
pushing what you're saying. Because right now the government's war is really on us and not just women. Black women just happen to be caught in that
Hey.
mix because they're black. The push right now is to alter
No.
our lives. We're slowly going back to the 60s and 70s,
Could
and
talk
people
about
don't even
feminism,
notice it.
bro.
Like we're getting back
Wait,
to
hold
it. What
on.
we're
Wait,
saying,
Millie.
hold on. I think you can I
Alyssa,
clarify
you've been talking
something?
forever. Let
hold
somebody
on.
else
He's
talk.
Alyssa,
misrepresenting my point.
Miss Alyssa,
You
shut
talk
your ass
forever.
up.
You'll get a chance to rebuttal it. Just load your
But
rebuttals up. You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
finna
saying?
say is
Load them
this.
up.
I'm gonna be
Because
honest
we
with you,
got
bro.
mad rebuttals for her, because she's been talking
I'm gonna
forever.
be I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yeah,
bro.
I've been
I'm the
talking about
only
shit.
op on the
My,
panel. Sorry, you're gonna hear me speak.
Miss,
I like Alyssa though.
so
Alyssa on that.
hey, so all I'm gonna say is this, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is not just my opinion, because obviously the chat thinks the
I don't
same
know.
thing. The question was about women needing men, and you went into this whole statistical about
Well,
domestic violence and all that
he
shit.
asked me if I
Oh,
was a
whoa,
feminist. I said, of
hey,
course. It just
hey,
seems
shut
that
up,
we were
And you're doing it
hush,
confused.
again. Alyssa, please
hush.
stop. Let the man
I
speak.
I know
Nobody
your
cut
man
you
be
off when you were speaking. Let the
Okay,
man
pick
speak.
Misha.
I know your man be mad as a motherfucker, but teach his
She
own.
talked
No,
too
he
much.
don't.
Like,
No, he don't. He
like,
love it there.
like,
Yeah,
but
he do.
what I'm saying is this. What I'm
He
saying
ain't,
is
he ain't
this.
really in love. That's convenience for him right now.
No, he got the one that
The-
works. He got the one that works with him. That's
This is
she got the
all I'm
one that
saying.
works with her, and vice versa. Let it
All
be.
I'm saying. All I'm saying is the question is simply: do
Millie, send me
women
something, Millie.
do women need men? You went into this full spiel about the death rates of domestic violence and all of that. That shit, like, I'm sorry, my girl. That
I
whole
gave you
that
my
women
initial argument. Women
Nah,
don't
but my
need
thing is
men.
this:
shut
men don't
ass
report.
up.
Men don't report domestic violence. Men don't
We
report it.
don't.
Also,
We
not the
we
So,
truth.
don't.
so, so the thing about it is, if you really want to look at the rates, look at women and women relationships and look at the domestic violence rate is,
Yeah,
and
I
then look
can't
at
get to
men
my
and
Yeah.
men
point
in.
because I
Hold
can't
on, wait,
talk.
let me finish. Look at
No,
men
go
and
ahead,
men.
bro.
Look at men and men, domestic violence rates. They way lower. So it's not the men that's
You
that's
literally
starting the
just
issue.
explained why that is
Bruh,
the case. Do you remember what was the
I
first thing
just
that came out of your mouth? Men are less likely to report. If women are more likely to report than men, what does that mean to
okay.
you?
So that's the thing.
That
Obviously, the
mean
Men
rates
try
are
women.
not to
going to be
report.
higher in sapphic
I'm not about to
relationships
call the
because
cops.
women are
I'm not
more
about to call
likely
the
to
cops on my
report.
wife.
You are
First of all, you see what
Hey
you
man,
won't do
Hold
is
on.
listen. You
Let
won't
him
listen.
talk.
You
You
just
know,
want
he
to
got
Right,
talk.
it.
then stop
You
misrepresenting
won't
man,
you
data.
won't you won't let
hey
nobody
man.
talk. You just want to
Then
talk.
stop
You don't want to
lying. Then
listen. You're
stop
doing the same
lying.
thing. You're
Then
doing the
stop
same
Hey,
thing.
lying.
You're
hey,
doing the
yo,
same thing.
can I
Men
can
do
I say
not
something?
report because I'm not gonna call on my wife. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, my wife did such to me. My wife put her hands on me or she did X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna let it slide because that's what men do. Men are not the type to be like, oh, I'm
Mm,
gonna call the cops because you put your hands
yeah,
on
Hey,
me.
because you
hold on,
It
hold
verbally
on,
started
hold
abused
on,
me, fam.
hold
that
on,
just now
Miss.
became a new thing because when a
You
man sit there and
verbally
he don't
abused
call
me.
the cops, he's the one to go to jail. You get what I'm saying? So men don't report it just because women are reporting it more. Oh, such did this. If you ever looked at any of the cases, it's always where the woman started something. She either put her hands on him, and then when he decided to retaliate, now it's oh he did X, Y, and Z. Oh,
No,
this
you're
person did.
describing
No, yes it
reactive
is. Yes it
abuse,
is.
and
Yes it
women
is.
are more
Yes it is.
often the victims of that than men.
No,
That's
women act
empirically
like they the
proven.
victims of it, bro. I
So,
got,
No,
I got, I got a
sir.
brother who was
Men
abused by
just
his
don't
old lady on a
respect
regular
women. That
basis.
has always been the case since the beginning of
Okay,
human history. They have
Feminism
never
is the
respected women's
devil.
autonomy. They've always seen women as property.
that's
Even when
hold
we
gas.
on,
talk
Here
Miss
about
we
the
Miss
go.
idea
Here
of
Alyssa,
we go.
Miss
Yeah,
marriage,
here we
Miss
it
go with the
Miss.
literally
gas. Yeah,
Hey,
you a
posited that
super
women
Jay,
were
feminist.
Hold on. Let
property.
rebuttal,
me
You're a
mute up.
feminist,
Let
and
me
you don't
mute
even know
up.
what femininity came from,
rebuttal,
bro.
What
rebuttal,
up,
That's what's
dude?
rebuttal.
wild about
What
it.
up? Oh,
Okay.
we
Hey,
got
listen, I'm gonna
gorgeous
say
too. We
this.
got gorgeous too.
I'm finna say this. I'm finna say this, and
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at this. My girl, you said that men don't respect women, yet you have a boyfriend. So I'm gonna leave that I'm gonna leave that contradiction to itself. Moving the fuck on.
Not a
Let's
contradiction.
it if you think that men don't respect women, why do you have a man?
Jimmy, did I say every
Do
single individual
do
man
she
is a
have
But
a
you
man?
misogynist? Hold
but you
on.
Do
Did
you
I
said the
say,
do
men
she
hold
have
on,
a man?
Shimmy. Did I say
no,
that every
listen.
single, okay, I'm going to
Hey,
explain what a general
no, no, no,
statement
no,
is,
no, no, no,
Shimmy.
no, 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 no,
No,
no, no,
because
no.
it seems
Oh
that we
no,
need
no,
to go
listen,
through it. No, no, sir. No, sir.
listen,
Can we go
baby.
back to the?
I'm trying not to
Why
tell
am
you
I
shut the.
getting
Listen,
muted?
hold
What's
Can
on.
going
we
on
go?
I'm
here?
Can we
I'm
go
trying not to
back?
tell you shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
they
Like
want to
I'm
go
really
back. They
trying
want
not
to
to
go
tell you
back.
that
You might as well
because
say it. You wanted to anyway, big bitch.
because
Because he won't be
because
quiet. You
like
won't let nobody speak. Let the man
Hold
speak.
I'm
on, hold
I'm
on.
He didn't break you up when you
I'm
was talking.
not.
Let him
Let's go
speak.
and
Let the
clear
man
out.
speak.
Hold on.
Let's 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 take a breather. What is that? What's the music? Boom.
That was
Yeah,
cray.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey,
She did.
Yeah, I'm in here
hey.
dancing now. There we go, baby.
Yeah, I feel the vibes.
Yeah. Let that jump hit. Let it hit.
Feel the vibe. But why would you call him that? And if he called you that, you would say he being
He
misogynistic.
was
Like that's
already
crazy.
patronizing me the entire time. I don't care.
Oh,
We're gonna be.
you
I'm
defenders.
gonna be
Hey,
honest. You
Miss
didn't have to
Alyssa.
call him the B
You can't throw
word.
your
You
Yeah,
didn't
hands
have
on
to
the
that's
call
so
him the
Bible.
B
Hold
word.
disrespectful.
on.
Okay, well, I
Can I
mean,
say
Can we get
something?
respect
an
is
apology
earned. I
on the
don't know what
screen?
to tell you guys.
You
Well,
didn't.
can he
He
Hey,
apologize
told you
for
to.
Yeah,
disrespecting
what
yeah,
me?
am I
yeah,
Apologize
yeah. We
apologizing
first.
for?
You
both can
called that man
apologize.
out his name.
We
What am
can
I?
You
go
called
Hold
him out his
apology
on.
name.
for
You need to
apology.
apologize first.
Yeah,
No, what am
let's
I
go
apologizing? Hold
apology.
on,
She feel like you was
Paul,
finna tell her
Paul.
to shut the fuck up. That's what she was saying.
Yeah,
Cause
he said
I,
I wanted to tell you to shut the fuck
I
up. He
said I
didn't tell you
wanted
to
to
shut
tell
the
you
fuck
that.
up.
I didn't tell you
Oh,
to shut the
okay.
fuck up.
Yeah, and
He
I
said
called
he
you a
wanted to
big
tell you that,
bitch.
but he didn't say that
But
to you.
here's
Yeah,
the
He said
that's
he wanted
problem.
to come out his
crazy.
name.
That's
You need to
crazy.
Hey, hold
apologize.
on.
Lord have
Can
mercy.
everybody stop so I can say something, please?
Yes, sir.
That
Miss Alyssa, I'm finna address it. I didn't disrespect you because I said I
That's a
wanted to tell
lie.
you that. I
well,
There's
if he
hella
did.
Look,
witnesses.
look, look, look.
No, if he
Listen,
was
you
dis,
baby,
you are you are the
if
most
he
baby,
disrespectful person on the panel.
no, if
He
he
didn't say
wanted
he
to.
wanted to
Mm,
say something, and you still cut him
baby.
off.
I'm trying to figure something out because you're bringing up these stats about domestic violence, and I totally don't agree with domestic violence at all. I don't like men who hit women. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, and I'm finna say something. If conversations like this with people you don't know go like this, I can only imagine how conversations with your partner and spouse go in simple shit. Because some of this shit that we've gotten to
Church.
has gotten to 10 for no reason. I understand that you're opinionated. That's cool. Great. It's cool that you're opinionated. I'm gonna address you calling me a bitch. I won't ever disrespect you like that because you're a black woman. And that's not something I should do. at
Okay,
all.
then.
So I'm gonna let
Nah,
you.
because
Okay.
I'm gonna
if
let
you
you.
if you would have done it, it would have been
Keep it
crazy.
classy,
It would have been
bro.
crazy if you said that to
Keep it
her.
I'm gonna let
classy,
you.
bro.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you slide with that part because that's disrespectful. But what I'm saying is this, my G. You come up here with this gun loaded, but you don't let people talk to you. The thing about it, you a paralegal, so you work around lawyers all the time, right? I think a whole part of arguing your case is giving somebody time to rebuke what you say. You don't shut up so people can go back and have a rebuttal to what it is that you say.
Because she's not a
I did
paralegal. She just saying that.
like I didn't tell her shut the fuck up. Like I didn't tell her
He
shut the fuck
said
up
he
at
want
all.
to. He said he
He
I
want
said, I
said
to.
I
want to.
wanted to,
That's exactly what he said. I want to tell you to shut
but
the fuck
but
up.
I don't want to. And I truly don't want to be disrespectful to
Yeah,
you.
that's what you
I
said.
think
You ain't want to be
I think you
disrespectful.
I think you're an intelligent sister, and you have a lot of knowledge, my G. But you are using that knowledge for wrong. You're using that knowledge to belittle people. Like you're not. You're not. You Monique, baby. What are you talking about? I never told her shut the fuck up.
She
I
making them
never. I never
corny.
said that. I never said that at all. But
Okay.
you are a very intelligent sister, and I will give you that. It is dope that you have that much information. But instead of belittling people with the information, teach them. Like what you doing when you got up here was a whole rant of belittling, bro. It wasn't a rant to help nobody. And
Okay,
I'm
can
not
I
and I'm not saying it to be
respond?
rude.
Hold on, hold
Okay,
on.
so it's hold on, really
Hold
quick.
on.
I
I
just need
want to
30
get to
seconds.
Gorgeous. 30
I just need
seconds,
30 seconds,
29,
sir.
And then
28.
Okay, sure.
Alyssa,
Hold on. Give me a
Alyssa,
countdown.
Alyssa,
Excuse
can you
me.
at
I'm
least be
reclaiming my
kind
time.
can you at
Okay,
least
that's
be
fine.
kind to the
Reclaiming my
host?
time. Okay,
Could you at
reclaiming
least
my
be
time. I literally asked nicely. Thank you.
can you at least be kind to the host? Please.
Okay, thank you.
Can you at least be kind to the host?
I'll wait. It's fine.
What did the host ask you to do? Could you at least be kind to the
I
host?
think he gave me 30 seconds.
Did you
Right.
host, did you give
So
her
Yeah, I
30
gave her
excuse
30.
seconds?
me.
I gave her 30. I gave
Excuse
her
me.
30.
Thank you. Can you please not do too much? You don't even get paid to do all of this
So
dick riding you're doing
focus on
right
what you're
now.
trying to say. Focus on what you're trying to say.
When I came
Focus.
up here
Lock in.
initially, right,
Do
you
do
asked me my
do we
thoughts
want to go
regarding
woman
the
for woman?
prompt. Do you want to continue to
Do you
suck my
want us to
dick?
go to
Can you
woman?
get off of your fucking
Do
knees
you
for
want us to
All
go for
right, we can't
one
do it.
for
We can't.
woman?
I got to Fluffy. You lost your time. All right, come on, Gorgeous.
I
Gorgeous
lost my
probably
no,
with
I'm
you
just
though.
gonna talk. So when you asked
You can't do it, bro.
it
You gotta
was
wait, bro.
you asked me if I was a feminist. I gave you the
But you
answer.
gotta wait, bro. Wait. Chill out, bro. Just wait. Just wait. I want to
No,
talk.
because now you're disrespecting me
So
and I'm gonna
host
hurt your
now,
That's
like,
crazy, bro.
thank
That's
you,
crazy.
thank you,
How
thank
you
you.
Gorgeous. What
disrespecting the
up,
host? Let
Gorgeous?
the host speak, bro. Settle
Hey.
down.
Yeah, I was gonna come back to you, Alyssa, like Ali.
Nah,